So, hello everyone, welcome to my little post-E3 video. I don't really know what else to say about it, it's just my post-E3 what I thought video, basically. Because basically everyone's doing it now, because E3's over, everyone's had time to think, everyone's had time to react, to process everything that happened over the past 4 days. And so have I. I have been gauging people's reactions, I have been thinking on it all myself, and so now I'm here to give my thoughts on the topic. My 2 cents, if you will. In terms of who quote-unquote won E3, it's pretty much a tie, I think, between Microsoft and Nintendo. They were pretty much the only ones worth watching throughout all of this. I streamed all of it, mind you, on my Twitch channel. Go check me out, twitch.tv/TheRatMan1. But Microsoft and Nintendo, those two actually pulled out a bunch of games and a bunch of stuff I liked. Although, in terms of specific games, I think Nintendo definitely caught my attention more than Microsoft did. I only caught like 3 games that really caught my attention in the Xbox panel, and that was Back 4 Blood, Halo, and Psychonauts 2. Psychonauts 2 because I also streamed Psychonauts 1, and I love Psychonauts 1. Psychonauts 1 is great, and I'm really excited about Psychonauts 2. Halo Infinite, we saw some proper gameplay of the new version of it that's coming out this holiday season. I really like the gameplay. I really like the Hayabusa armor that they're showing, the revised Hayabusa armor. That looks really cool. I really like it. I like the new designs that are more of a callback to the old. They look more like an evolution of the old design than the Halo 4, Halo 5 thing where it started going off in a completely random direction. Completely separate from the way the armor designs used to be. So I really like, I'm really looking forward to Halo Infinite now. I think it's definitely far more ready than it was when it was showcased last year. And then Back 4 Blood, I really want Back 4 Blood to be good. I really do. I think we need a new Left 4 Dead at this point, because clearly Valve ain't gonna do it. Someone has to. Deep Rock Galactic and games like that are good, but I feel like we also need something that's just straight up successor to Left 4 Dead, that just takes the Left 4 Dead formula, the traditional Left 4 Dead formula, and just continues on with it. And I think Back 4 Blood is really trying. Turtle Rock is really trying. They're the guys who made Left 4 Dead 1 and 2, right? So they're really trying to go back to their roots here, and I really hope they pull it off, I really do. I'm hoping they took the criticisms from the alpha test seriously, because there was a lot of stuff from the alpha test that was really sketchy, that I really wasn't sure about, and I really hope they're revising it. I really hope by the time this comes out, it's actually good. But yeah. That's about it on the Xbox side of things for me. I'm really happy that all of this is coming out on Game Pass. And as a side note, I'm actually really happy Age of Empires 4 comes out on my birthday. That'll be fun. Now, on to the Nintendo stuff. Nintendo had more in the way of games that I care about, right? Specific games. With Xbox, it was more just everything is on Game Pass, and that's really cool. But Nintendo had the games. I don't really care much about the Smash reveal of Kazuya. I don't really play Tekken. I don't play Smash much anymore. So I didn't really care about that. But, Metroid Dread. I haven't been big of a Metroid fan. I haven't been that big of a Metroid fan before. I've liked Metroid games. I've liked Samus as a character. I've liked Metroid as a franchise in general. I've never been big into it. And in fact, I actually completely forgot that this whole Metroid Dread thing was teased like 15 years ago in Metroid Prime 1. But it's still really cool that they're finally putting it out there. After like 15 years, and it's finally coming out. And it's coming out this year too. And I really like the look of it. It's a nice evolution of the original Metroid design. If that makes any sense at all. I'm rambling mostly here. It's not trying to be Prime, is what I mean. It's not like Prime had its heyday and now they're trying to emulate Metroid Prime with it, you know? They're sticking to the traditional 2D Metroid formula. They're not trying to turn it into Metroid Prime or something because Metroid Prime happened to sell, you know? Let Metroid Prime be Metroid Prime. Let standalone Metroid be Metroid, right? And I like that. I like the robot thing that hunts you down everywhere. What's it called? Emmy? That thing looks cool. Aside from Metroid Dread, there's the Mario Party and Mario Golf stuff, which look really cool. Mario Party looks good as a nice remix of the old school maps and mini games. I like that they add little identifiers to tell you which Mario Party game that they originally came from, and they look really nice. The maps look really nice. That cake map they showed off in the Nintendo Treehouse looks really, really neat. I like it. Very high fidelity, if you will. I just hope they add a few more boards that they didn't show off. I'm hoping there's more than 5 boards. I think 6 or 7 boards is good for a launch of a Mario Party game. That way there's just enough content there to keep people satisfied for a good while before they start asking about things like content updates or DLC or whatever. I like that they've changed the mechanics to go back to old school, like stars cost 20 coins again. You can still roll a 10 on a normal dice, on a normal die block. It's a nice mix of the old and the new. And then Mario Golf, I am unreasonably excited for Mario Golf for some reason. It just looks really good. There is a bizarre amount of effort being put into Mario Golf here, and I don't understand why, but I really like it. I really like it. I'm probably going to be getting it. It comes out like next week as of recording this. I'm probably going to be getting it. And that'll be an interesting experience, especially things like the multiplayer where you can race other people in golf, or you try to complete the golf course before everyone else, and you have to run over to your golf ball after you hit it, and you can trip people up and slow them down to give yourself a heads up. It's like Mario Kart meets golf. It's weird, and I'm kind of excited for it. Now, the two that I'm really excited for from Nintendo, super excited, is WarioWare and Advance Wars. These are two franchises I really, really like. I'm really excited about it. It's been way too long since we've seen a new WarioWare or Advance Wars game. Other companies have been picking up the slack with Advance Wars lately, like with Wargroove and stuff like that. And I think it finally clicked in Nintendo's head, since they own Advance Wars, that they need to start doing something about this. They need to get back into that market, because clearly people want it. People want their new, modern Advance Wars games. But Nintendo hasn't been doing it for a while, so other companies have been picking up the slack. And so Nintendo wants a little bit of that pie, So rebooting Advance Wars 1 and 2 in a single package, pretty good deal. Pretty good deal, especially since I went on Amazon to see what the price of a normal Advance Wars Game Boy Advance cartridge costs now. It costs $89.95. So, yeah. Most people don't have the ability to play Advance Wars on GBA anymore. And then WarioWare, it's just been too long since we had another WarioWare, man. WarioWare's just fun. Just simple fun. It's not even that other people are picking up the slack or anything, it's just fun. The little micro game stuff, you'd think it would only last for a while, but there's just so many of the micro games, and they keep changing how you play them every single time they put out a game. It used to be gimmicks with motion controls on the Wii, then with the stylus on the DS games, and now they realize they can't do those gimmicks again with the Switch, so they use normal joystick controls, but you choose what characters you use to play the minigames, and so the characters interact with the minigames in different ways, and so you might come up with different strategies for completing different minigames, or different types of minigames, and all that stuff, and so they keep changing up the formula with each game, and it's a good sign that this WarioWare is going to be a good one. I like it. But yeah, those are my general thoughts on E3 2021. Xbox and Nintendo crushed it. They were great. They showed games, they showed good games, they showed good deals, all that stuff. And the one last thing I want to mention is please go out of your way to look up the indie games that were showcased. Things like games published by Devolver or by Freedom Games, or things that were shown off at the PC Gamer showcase, which I know, the PC Gamer showcase was really, really dumb. The skits were really stupid. But some of the games they showed off were actually pretty good. I'm actually pretty excited for some of them. And same with the Indie Showcase and the Freedom Games Showcase. They are really interesting, cool stuff that is generally overlooked because everyone focuses on the big AAA stuff. So, please look that stuff up. I have like 40 new games wishlisted on Steam purely from the Indie Games Showcase alone. So yeah, please look up that stuff. Most of them have demos going right now, because as of uploading this, it should still be the Steam Next Fest. So go on to Steam, check out the Steam Next Fest, look at the games that are there, A ton of indie games are on there, and they all have demos that you can try out and play for yourself. And if you like it, you know, wishlist it. Wishlisting is a big deal, especially for indie companies. It's a really big deal. It really helps them. So yeah, that's the last thing I wanted to say. This has been TheRatMan, and I will see you all later. Lastly, a special thank you shout out to my Patreon with a $5 a month pledge is a sad old man eating Pringles by himself. Thank you for the $5.